Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present the PA class of 2027. Good morning. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the University of New England Physician Assistant White Coat Ceremony. I'm Robert Hawks, the director of the PA program. I would like to welcome all UNE faculty, staff, special guests, family, and friends who have joined us in person and virtually to support our students today. We have gathered here to recognize and honor the PA class of 2027. This class has worked hard over the past 12 months, and today we are here to celebrate their accomplishment. You entered the program in May of last year, and now you are ready to take the next step of your education. As you sit here today, you are filled with many emotions. Happiness and excitement that you survived the first year of PA school. Nervousness of what lies ahead of you in the next step of your education. But above all, hope about your future. You will now enter the next phase of your medical education by beginning your clinical rotations. The knowledge and experience you have acquired and apply those skills to improving healthcare and the lives of your patients. This ceremony is about recognizing your hard work as you transition to becoming a healthcare provider. You are an outstanding group of individuals. But we also need to recognize and thank your family and friends. While you probably missed many special events because of your studies, a strong support system is critical to your success. Please take time today to thank family and friends for their support and sacrifice for your education. So this white coat ceremony is a rite of passage, welcoming you as students into the medical profession. You are bound by the same professional responsibilities and commitments as those who have traveled before you. This ceremony symbolizes the white coat with responsibility, honor, respect, and compassion. Your patients will view your white coat as comforting and consoling. You will have tremendous personal and professional responsibility by donning the white coat. The white coat is a symbol of our medical profession. You will begin your career with the short white coat recognizing you as a student. Next year, you will earn the long coat symbolizing your graduation. This coat worn by students recognizes your accomplishments and limitations. Soon your coats will be filled with index cards, reference material, folded papers, and yes, the occasional coffee stain. You will also carry your assessment tools, including your stethoscope, reflex hammer, and your always valuable phone. Hippocrates and UpToDate are only a few clicks away. This white coat will be a symbol of your life for the next 12 months. I would also stress the importance of keeping your white coat clean. A clean white coat can make a difference in the care of your patients. It will instill confidence that you care about their well-being and provide the highest professional care. A survey in the American Journal of Medicine found 75% of their patients preferred medical providers who wore white coats. This study found that the white coat inspired confidence and trust among patients, and there was a positive association with patients adhering to prescribed therapies. Another recent study found that providers with casual attire in the medical setting were perceived as less professional in experience than those wearing a white coat. Today, you're taking part in this rite of passage that began in 1993 at Columbia University. Dr. Arnold Gold was a professor and pediatric neurologist at Columbia University for 58 years. He loved his patients, his students, and his colleagues. With the help of his colleagues, Dr. Gold started a new ceremony, the white coat ceremony. This white coat ceremony emphasizes compassion and the human connection from the very beginning of clinical training. Today, nearly every medical and physician assistant, physician associate school in the United States, along with other health professions around the globe, hold and celebrate the white coat ceremony. You are now part of this tradition. I would like to introduce Associate Dean of Academic Affairs for Westbrook College of Health Professions, Dr. Elizabeth Cramsey.
Good morning. I have the honor to serve as the Associate Dean of Academic Affairs for the Westbrook College of Health Professions. It is my distinct pleasure to be here today representing the Dean's Office at this culminating event, an important milestone for each of you. I am pleased to welcome our physician assistant students, your families, loved ones, our faculty and professional staff, clinical partners, and distinguished guests at today's white coat ceremony. This ceremony marks a significant transition, one that reflects not only academic achievement, but readiness for responsibility. The white coat is more than a symbol. It represents your entry into the profession defined by service, ethical practice, collaboration, and a deep respect for those that you will care for. To our students, this moment is especially meaningful to me because I've had the opportunity to watch this cohort develop a strong and genuine sense of community. I've seen you on campus and at community events, working together, supporting one another, and engaging thoughtfully in your studies. I've observed you in simulation spaces where professionalism, teamwork, and resilience are constantly on display. I've also had the privilege of spending time with many of you at student and alumni events, listening to your questions, your reflections, and your aspirations for the kind of clinicians that you hope to become. And yes, like many of us, I follow the PA program's Instagram account, where your accomplishments, creativity, and shared pride are evident. Taken together, these moments tell a clear story of a cohort that is engaged, reflective, and committed, not only to success, but to one another. I've seen the hugs and the high fives, the extra cups of coffee, and the long days and nights of your studying. You've supported one another through demanding exams and assessments and celebrating when mastery followed the effort. As you transition from your didactic year into your clinical experiences, I encourage you to carry this community forward. Rely on one another, continue to support one another, and remember that this community extends to your faculty, professional staff, and the broader UNE and WCHP community. We remain here to support you every step of the way. Here at UNE and within WCHP, we prepare health professionals who are practice-ready and interprofessionally grounded and community-focused. As physician assistant students, you are entering a profession that plays a critical role in expanding access to care and improving health outcomes. Wherever your paths may take you, primary care or specialty practice, rural or urban communities, you will make a meaningful and measurable impact on the lives of individuals, families, and their communities. The white coat you're about to wear carries responsibility. It calls you to listen with intention, act with integrity and humility, and approach every patient encounter with empathy and respect. It reminds you that trust must be earned and maintained, and that excellence in care is built through collaboration, accountability, and lifelong learning. To the family and loved ones gathered here, this moment belongs to you as well. Your encouragement, sacrifices, and beliefs sustain these students through demanding days and ambitious goals. We are grateful for the role that you've played in this journey. And to those that could not be here due to distance or circumstances, we recognize and appreciate your support as well. To our faculty, professional staff, and clinical partners, thank you for your mentorship, your high standards, and your commitment to not only shaping skilled clinicians, but thoughtful and ethical professionals. Your example defines what it means to practice with excellence. Students, as you don your white coats today, I encourage you to carry forward the values that define both the PA profession and the mission of WCHP and the University of New England. Service, collaboration, integrity, and respect for human dignity. The path ahead will be challenging, but it will also be deeply meaningful. You were prepared for this responsibility, and we have great confidence in the impact you will make on healthcare and on the communities that you choose to serve. Congratulations on this important milestone. We're so proud of you and honored to walk alongside you as you begin the next stage of your professional journey. Thank you so much. It is now my pleasure to introduce Chris Bates-Withers.
Greetings, families, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, future physician associates in the class of 2027. Thank you for the opportunity to share and to celebrate in this important time of transition between your didactic education and your clinical year. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chris Bates-Withers. I met the class of 2027 during an important time of transition in my own career, starting the year as the UNE Assistant PA Program Director and spending almost every day of last summer with some of the brightest young minds in this room today. Although I returned to clinical practice last fall, one of the highlights of the past year has been coming back to give guest lectures at UNE, where I've been greeted with the warmth, kindness, and enthusiasm that I know will make each and every one of you outstanding clinicians. Even though I am no longer full-time faculty at UNE, teaching your cardiology module has still allowed me to say that I found a place at the heart of your PA education. Traditionally, our white coat ceremony symbolizes the transition between didactic education and professional practice. It is your moment of commitment to providing compassionate, evidence-based medical care as you move forward in a time-honored tradition of medical practitioners. I will most certainly speak to what the future holds, but first I want to take a moment to honor your successes over the past year. Most practicing PAs will say that while they are glad for their education they received in the didactic year of their PA program, it's an experience they wouldn't want to repeat because it was one of the most challenging years of their life. Well, congratulations, you survived. Those of you who know me know that two of my greatest passions are cardiology and sailing. When I first learned to skipper a sailboat as a new sailor, I learned two important maneuvers: tacking, or turning the bow of the boat across the wind, and jibing, or turning the stern of the boat across the wind. What these two maneuvers have in common is the wind, because when the wind doesn't blow, the boat does not move. One of my PA educator colleagues once gave me a keychain that reads, "A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor." All too often, it is the things that challenge us most that help us to grow and to become the best version of ourselves. Anyone who's been a student in my classroom knows that I have no qualms about challenging PA students. And the first thing that many of the students in this room probably remember about me was being challenged to do something that had never been done before in the PA program, using a bronchoscope or a fiber optic camera to explore the airways and learn lung anatomy. This is a skill that physicians typically learn in a pulmonology fellowship after 7+ years of graduate and postgraduate medical training. But I believe that there's no such thing as a skill that is too hard for a PA. And as usual, your class has proven me right. And now, as promised, for what the future holds. I wish I could say that your future as physician associates would be easy, but I cannot. What I can say with absolute confidence is that we live in a time where you have an unprecedented opportunity to impact our world, and a world that needs you more than ever. These are stormy times for the American healthcare system. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development offers some staggering statistics about the state of American healthcare. Of the 38 developed nations that comprise its membership, the United States ranks number 33 in infant mortality and number 32 in life expectancy, despite per capita healthcare spending that is 3.8 times the average among developed nations. Out of 46 developed nations, the United States ranked 38th in maternal mortality, falling behind the Slovak Republic, Estonia, Lithuania, and Latvia, among others. In 2024, the CDC reported 649 American women who died from conditions related to pregnancy. While this number is trending down, in the nation with the highest per capita healthcare expenditure in the world, this mortality in a population young and healthy enough to conceive a child is 649 too many. But since 2018, over 300 hospital maternity units have closed in the United States, with 37 of those in 2024. Maine's rural communities have been particularly affected, with 11 labor and delivery unit closures in the past decade, 4 of them in 2025 and 2026 alone. Even in an emergency, the average rural Mainer now has to drive more than 45 minutes to get to a hospital with obstetrical care. While it is a difficult world for our patients, we also face some unique challenges as medical providers. The vice grip of corporate health insurance conglomerates forces our hand in how we practice, refusing to fund the medications and procedures that our patients desperately need. The costs of medical education are high, with most of us needing to rely upon student loans to access graduate medical training. Meanwhile, federal executive orders place a growing body of restrictions on professional programs that provide student loan relief and forgiveness for healthcare providers working as dedicated public servants in their communities. Meanwhile, there has been very little progress on the national level with malpractice tort reform. While the state of our healthcare system is sobering, I share this information with you not to cast a dark shadow on the sunrise of your career, but because we need you more than ever to be the change that you want to see in the world. In stormy seas, a ship sails best with a wise, knowledgeable, and skilled captain at the helm. When our healthcare infrastructure is tenuous, we look to the dedicated physician associates that you will become to provide stability and to guide our patients and their communities to safe harbor in the healthcare system. The amount that you have learned over the past year is daunting for anyone. And I know that the concept of being the person that our patients trust with their lives, their health, and their well-being may feel really scary right now. That humility is important in medicine. And the day that we lose our humility is the day we should hang up our white coats for the last time. But I would also implore you to trust your knowledge and your abilities. The American Academy of Physician Associates estimates that there are currently around 200,000 PAs working across various medical and surgical specialties. That means that out of a world population of 8.28 billion, only one person in 50,000 has sat where you are today. These are the same odds as living beyond the age of 110 years. A truly remarkable achievement that very few can claim. As an experienced PA, when I look out at the class of 2027, I see a group of medical professionals who I would trust wholeheartedly with my own medical care or the care of my family. To the friends, families, and partners of our students, I know it is not easy having a PA student for a loved one. It is not easy having a piece of your heart absent at birthdays, weddings, reunions, holidays, and milestones as they pursue this demanding career path. But know that even in their absence, even when time and distance pulled them away to pursue their education, Your presence was felt in the forefront of their hearts. Yes, even more anterior than the right ventricle. In writing my message to you today, I was brought back to my own academic journey and the dedication inscribed in the opening pages of my graduate thesis. As a young graduate student, a picture of a lighthouse hung above the fireplace of my first apartment, drawn by my mother as a gift to me when I started graduate school. Lighthouses have always given me a sense of warmth, intrigue, and comfort. But during life's difficult times, I have come to realize how well the lighthouse symbolizes my view of life. Ships at sea are completely free to go wherever the winds carry them, to explore new lands, meet new people, and sometimes to even find great fortune. But time at sea can also be fraught with perils of storm, piracy, and sickness. Whatever happens on the water, the lighthouse is always there on solid ground with its light shining brightly. It is there to watch over the ships, to protect their crews and their cargoes, and in the worst of times, to tell them to change course. Life gives us the freedom to make our own decisions, to follow our own dreams, and to take our own risks, much like the ships at sea. But during life's stormy times, the people who love us are like the lighthouse, our solid ground and our shining light, there to guide, advise, and protect us. To all of you who have been a solid ground and a shining light to our students over the past year, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And finally, to my students, what a journey it has been, watching you grow from wide-eyed new grad students holding a human heart in your hand and steering a bronchoscope for the first time, to trained practitioners ready for the complexities and challenges of clinical practice. I'm excited to hear about your upcoming adventures and achievements in clinical year, having a few of you join me for clinical rotations, and seeing how you will lead and shape the PA profession as early career clinicians. You have challenged me, taught me, and inspired me, and I will be proud to call all of you my colleagues as a PA. Congratulations on all of your achievements of the past year. I wish you fair winds and following seas in this next step of your journey into professional practice as a physician associate. Congratulations to the class of 2027. Now I'm honored to introduce one of my good colleagues, friends, and an incredible fellow educator who has been an honor to work with, Stephanie Podolsky.
Good morning, good morning. You all look fabulous. How are you feeling? Yeah, come on. Thank you for having me. It's a genuine honor to address you all here today in celebration of the University of New England PA class of 2027. UNE is more than merely the institution where I received my training years ago. It has also become the place where I now serve as professor. It has significantly influenced my perspectives on medicine, teamwork, and the importance of serving patients and communities with humility and purpose. My drive and motivation to remain involved and to teach at the bedside and in the classroom comes from a deep commitment to mentoring and helping shape the future of a profession that I care so deeply about. Being invited to speak at this white coat ceremony is an honor I deeply value. It is a privilege to stand before you at this precise moment, on the cusp of transitioning from academic learning to clinical responsibility. Today is truly transformational. It's a moment when medicine shifts from being something you study to being something that you embody. The white coat you're about to receive is not a costume, a reward, or a marker of arrival. Instead, it represents a promise to yourself, to your training,
to the lifelong practice you are beginning to develop, and most importantly, to the patients that you will soon serve. It is a symbol of responsibility, humility, curiosity, and trust. The white coat entered medicine in the late 19th century during a time when healthcare was transforming into a scientific discipline. Physicians adopted the white coat as a symbol of rigor, safety, and accountability. Over time, however, it came to represent something even more important: trust. When patients see a white coat today, they're not seeing fabric. They're seeing reassurance. They are seeing a partnership. They're seeing someone they hope will help them make sense of uncertainty. Beginning today, that trust becomes part of your story as well. It is especially meaningful that you are stepping into this moment as a future physician associate. The PA profession has always been a profession of leaders, leaders in access, leaders in adaptability, and leaders in meeting patients where they are when they need care the most. At a time when healthcare systems across the country are facing workforce shortages, widening access gaps, and increasing complexity, PAs are uniquely positioned to help bridge those gaps. You will serve as primary care providers. You will strengthen specialty teams. You will expand access in rural and underserved communities. You will help patients navigate a healthcare system that can sometimes feel overwhelming and fragmented. And very often, you will be the clinician who ensures that care actually connects. Patients do not experience healthcare as a series of isolated provider encounters. They experience healthcare through relationships, through continuity, through the people who take the extra moment to explain, to coordinate, to advocate, and to listen. PAs lead in those spaces every single day. As you sit here this morning, I encourage each of you to take a moment to remember why you chose this profession in the first place. Think back to the experiences that brought you here. Perhaps it was a patient interaction that stayed with you, a family member who inspired you, a mentor who believed in you before you believed in yourself, or a moment when you realized you wanted to spend your life helping others feel safer, heard, and cared for. That story, the one that brought you here, will continue to guide you long after today's ceremony ends. Hold on to it. You will need it on the days where training feels difficult and uncertainty feels heavy. Your why is stronger than you think. One of the people who helped shape my understanding of this responsibility long before I ever wore a white coat is my grandmother, and I know that you have heard me talk about her before. She is 95 years old, and she worked in healthcare for 40 years prior to retirement. She used to bring me to the hospital with her. Before I ever stepped into a hospital as a clinician, she shared a simple yet profound message with me. You can accomplish anything you set your mind to. At that time, I heard encouragement. Over time, I understood what she really meant. She meant that caring for people over a lifetime requires resilience. It requires intention, and it requires community. To this day, after hospital shifts, I still call her on my way home, and we talk about patients, the conversations, the uncertainty, the human dynamics that make medicine meaningful. During these conversations, she often reminds me of something else she told me years ago. You are the leader they look up to. Make sure your team knows you are there for them, and they will be there for you. She was right. The COVID-19 pandemic tested everything I was made of as I worked on the inpatient COVID units during one of the most uncertain times in modern healthcare. During that same period, my father was unexpectedly hospitalized and passed away suddenly while I was on shift. I received the news in the middle of my clinical day, And because I had followed my grandmother's advice about supporting my team, they were there for me when I needed them the most. That experience reminded me in a very real way that medicine is never something that we do alone. I share these personal stories because they reflect something essential about this profession. Medicine is a human profession before it is a technical one. As you enter clinical training, you will sit with patients on some of the hardest days of their lives. You will deliver reassuring news. You'll deliver difficult news. And while your clinical knowledge will matter enormously, your presence will matter even more. The power of a single story and your willingness to truly hear it can shape the outcome of a patient's experience in ways no textbook ever will. It is easy in a busy clinical environment to rush, to categorize, and to move quickly from one task to the next. It is harder to pause long enough to understand the person behind the diagnosis. But when you do, it changes everything, for your patients and for you. My experience as a clinical educator has shown me that although every learner's journey is unique, there are few lessons that apply to everyone entering clinical medicine. Listen more intently than you think is necessary. Sit down whenever possible. Introduce yourself clearly and confidently as a PA student. Protect your curiosity. Support one another. And just as importantly, take care of yourselves. Burnout is not a personal failure. It is an occupational risk of caring deeply in complex environments. Protect your sleep, protect your relationships, protect your sense of humor, protect the parts of yourself that existed before medicine. Continue the hobbies and activities that keep you grounded, because there will be days when you question whether you belong here. Every clinician has those days, including me. On those days, remember this: someone will feel safer simply because you walked into their room. That is the impact you're preparing to have. The white coat you received today represents humility, responsibility, service, and trust. Wear it thoughtfully, wear it proudly, wear it in a way that reflects the values that built this profession and the reasons that brought you here in the first place. Years from now, you will not remember every diagnosis you made, I can promise that. But you will remember the first patient who trusted you, the first time someone thanked you in a way that stayed with you longer after a shift ended, and the first moment you realized you were no longer pretending to be a clinician, you had become one. Today is a celebration not only for you, but for the families who supported you, the mentors who guided you, the faculty who believed in you, and the communities you are about to serve. I invite you to take a moment to look around this room. Go ahead, turn around. These are the people who helped you get here. These are the people who will celebrate your successes and support you through your challenges. Class of 2027, today we celebrate the beginning of something extraordinary. Welcome to clinical medicine, and welcome to a career defined not only by knowledge, but by compassion, leadership, partnership, and the extraordinary privilege of caring for others. I am so proud of all of you. Congratulations to each of you, and congratulations to everyone who helped make this moment possible. We are now going to start the white coat ceremony, everything you've all been waiting for. Thank you very much, you guys. Hi. Hi. Hi, everybody. Yeah!
Just want to say, you should never give me a mic, but I've got a job to do. I just want to say, I'm having a flashback moment of Stephanie in my class. And it's killing me that I'm that old now, but your father would have been extremely proud of you. Thank you. Congratulations, everybody. You did it. I told you you'd do it, and you did it. Congratulations. You ready? Kirsten Appenzeller. Sophia Bagney. Your father was waiting a very long time to do that, since 8 o'clock this morning. Nathan Boucher. Well done, Nathan. Well done. Good thing I know your name because this is out of order. Emma Colby. Caroline Condon. Congratulations.
Good to see you.
Allison Crawley. This is the perfect spot for me. I love it. Andrea Dark. Congratulations. Nice to see you. Connor DeMerchant. Don Deweese Mars. Congratulations. Thank you for everything. Katie Doughty. Catherine Driscoll. I told you you belonged here. Whew. Samantha Arnett Enriquez. Iveli Espinosa. Allison Falk. Sarah Familia Castro. Grandma, can you see? Grandma's out there somewhere. Olivia Fillion. There we go. Should I? Eleanor Fong. You guys can be louder. You have no idea what they've been through. Sarah Green. Luke Hayner. Shai Henry.
A little bit.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Kylie Julian. Heath Kondoe. Abigail Langlois.
Thank you.
Stephanie Larson. Elise McKendry. Ormi Mota. Rachel Newman. Daniel O'Malley.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, boy. I'm not going to spell it out like this. Anna Penquinas. I think I tried too hard on that one. Alexandria Perry. That's right. Woo! Dawson Postel.
You're the GOAT.
Tala Ruhal. Julia Russo. Kelly Scriber. Karina Schmiegel. Jesse Smith.
Thanks.
The moment I've been waiting for. The Tyler Song. Destiny Suyeoka. Carly Thompson. Michaela Thompson.
Hi, thank you so much.
Nirali Vishani. Well done, Nirali.
Thank you.
Otto Vanderhoff. Well done. Adam Van Kerhoff. We just did a secret Go Sabres cheer. Jesse Vining. Andrew Wilcox. And certainly, last but not least, Emily Yankee. Congratulations, everybody, and thank you. It was an extreme honor for me to be here today. Thank you.
Oh, it says Toby up here. So I'm Toby. Hi, everyone. I am one of the adjunct professors. I taught everyone in IS with Dr. Podolsky. I'm here today to read our oath, hopefully not butcher the word non-maleficence. I've been practicing. So what I'm going to have you do is stand up for this. I'm going to read a line, and then you're going to repeat after me. We'll get through this, and then we'll move on. All right? It's been great teaching you all. You look amazing out there, as always. I'm proud of you. So, I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to an improved community. I will respect my professional relationship with the physician. I will respect my professional relationship with the physician. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity and upon my honor. These duties are pledged with sincerity and upon my honor. Congratulations. All right. It is my honor to welcome Jesse Smith up to give some remarks. All right. Thank you.
That's me, the Jessinator. Well, good morning to all colleagues, family, and friends on this blessed short white coat day. So, what a year, right? And they say it goes by so fast. But, you know, we've learned evidence-based medicine, so how do we measure and quantify this year for real? So, in accord with the highest standards of UNE evidence-based decision-making, let's take a stab at some numbers and metrics. Okay, so let's start with Dan sneezes during class I have 113 here. Michaela, what's the final count? 131. Next is Shai's total miles commuted to school. So let's measure this first in units of Earth equators, which would be 0.87 or 87% of one Earth equator. Yeah. So, or in miles at 21,622. Let's see, yeah. Carol groans in class, 332. Carol holds down the right side of the class, and I probably have a similar number over on the left. I don't know if anyone counted. Evilise, more or less? Okay, about right. So here's the heavy lifting numbers. 1,248 hours of lecture, or 52 days if you wanted to sit in Farm 109 and do it straight through. You'd have to download the 49,920 slides. That's a big one, at least the day before to make sure your notes were spot on. Total number of exams is 59 or 60 with the pack rat. If we did all the exams back to back, that would be a little over 2 days straight sitting in exams, no breaks because we're hard like that. If you want to understand who our class is, look at our intramural record of 2 and 52. That's 2 wins and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 not wins. Right. So I've never had so much fun getting destroyed in anything as I did with my lovely classmates in intramurals. If nothing else, the UNE PA class of 27 takes a licking and keeps on ticking. In preparing the speech, a common request was to recognize our class of 2027 cheerleader, soccer team MVP, and lady who has kept us licking and ticking, Shireen. So last thing, before I start this speech, I had a last-minute announcement to make. Probably the easiest way to do it now before we go off into clinicals, do that now. So here it is. Professor Blessington's son, Nolan, is single. So that's a good one. And you know, that means someone in our class could be a Blessington someday. Yep, that dreamed holiday, you know, scene at the Blessington home, that could be you in perpetuity joining those. And what's more, possibly, we could, if clinical year doesn't go right, which it will go fine, but if it didn't, we could have the Netflix series, The Summer I Turned Blessington. Yes. All these things and more. Okay, so announcements and reflection aside, I'd like to draw your attention to other phenomena we've experienced in the last year, particularly the support we've received from each other. Thinking about support, I think of a recent conversation in the back of the classroom, just me and the girls asking, how many times have you cried today? So metrics and whatnot, crying in the shower doesn't count, first of all. HIPAA and whatnot, I'll spare names and cry counts. The whole thing got absurd and we had a good laugh. And that's the point. Nothing like a good cry and laugh with friends. And maybe that sums up didactic year. Good cries and laughs with good friends. Nothing better. So question, why do the best laughs come after the best cries? Maybe feeling all that love, mutual support, and connection, sharing the sweet and sour with a friend. Maybe just good old trauma bonding. I've experienced a bit of this in the infantry platoons and on the ambulance, and still have some of my dearest friends from these times. It is true in my experience that these sweet bonds you form make the hard stuff worth it. So I'll share a parable of the little and big wave from Ram Dass, aka Richard Alpert, that maybe kind of ties this concept of bonds and hard stuff together. Two waves, a smaller one and a larger one, are traveling across the wide, wide ocean. Suddenly, the larger one with the longer view sees land approaching and cries to the smaller wave, "Oh no, up ahead, waves are crashing and disappearing, we're gonna die." The smaller wave is happily unperturbed. The big wave continues being worried, and so the smaller wave says, "I have something to tell you that if you really understood and believed it, you would see there's no reason to be afraid." The bigger wave protests and frets, but as land approaches, he gives in and says, "Fine, okay, tell me." So the smaller wave says, "You're not a wave, you're water." This metaphor can apply to many different things. Here I'll apply it to the fact that sometimes we feel alone seeing ourselves as individuals heading towards the scary shore, when in fact we're always part of something bigger. We never face the shore and rocks as individual waves, but instead as endless and timeless body of water, oneness of all things and whatnot. As the little wave says, there's no reason to fear if we choose to understand and believe this. We've experienced facing challenges together during didactic. I'd bet there are going to be other challenges during clinical year, probably. And I've even heard we might even face challenges in the milk and honey world of being a freshly board-certified physician associate. So remember, when you feel alone and the shore approaches, that you are part of something bigger and you're never really alone. So crash hard against the shore with all the other little wave friends, then get up the next day and do it again. As Leonard Cohen said, if you don't become the ocean, you'll be seasick every day. Be the ocean. Here's another one from Leonard Cohen to put in your pocket for later, and then I'll stop talking. Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There's a crack. I think CBW made it further than me. But, so ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Okay, one more. You all have been my little bell ringers at shining lights and didactic cracks. Thanks so much. Keep on ringing and shining for each other. Love you all. Thanks. Thank you.
All right. Who wants my son's phone number? Thank you, Jesse. Some very brief closing remarks. So, you have all earned your white coat. Wear it proudly as you begin your clinical education. I hope the words you heard here today will reinforce what an honor it is to be part of the medical profession. You are truly an amazing group of individuals with amazing potential, and a rewarding journey lies ahead of you all. I'd like to thank the faculty and staff and UNE administration for making this great event possible today. To friends and family, we thank you for your participation and support of your PA student. It has been our true honor and pleasure to work with the students in the classroom, and we look forward to watching them grow throughout their clinical experiences. You guys are going to do amazing. We're going to take some pictures in the other rooms, so families, what we'll do to signify that you can all come in and join is we'll open these doors here, okay? So give us maybe probably 10 or 15 minutes to do that. And thank you again for all being here today.